Canadians, my name is Josh, aka Player, your coach of the Philly Soldu, and welcome back to WPA, World Pokemon Association. Your Philadelphia Soldu took on their very first battle last week against Helmet Coach of the Wisconsin Weezings, and we have walked away with our very first win with our brand new franchise, our second franchise. Now then, let us jump into week 2, shall we? We are going against Dark Devil 26, aka Brendan, coach of the Trenton Thundurus. Check him out in the description below. I believe he's already uploaded his side at the time of me posting this. Specifically, at the time of recording this, because I'm really behind. So, shout out to me. Anyway, let us jump right in. Like I said, we are 1-0, and we are looking for to go 2-0 against this scary team. So, my man Brendan has started off his draft with Necrozma Dawn Wings, one of the craziest. What the hell? Oh, whoops. Anyway, MLP Season 8 is going on. Woo! Get hyped for a league I might not post on YouTube. Anyway, he started off his draft with this scary threat, Necrozma Dawn Wings, one of the scary wall breaker in this kind of format. Beautiful S tier, beautiful mon. I'm really scared of it, just because it kind of just comes in and gets a kill. If it's like Life Orb, if it's Specs, has the right coverage, whatever you want, it can basically 2KO my entire team, so that's fun. It's a Weavile, a very scary threat to my entire team. I don't have the greatest switch into it, however, I don't believe it to be completely impossible for me to be able to handle. I have stuff like my Mega Blastoise, I have stuff that can run berries, I have stuff that outspeeds it. I definitely expect him to bring it because I Sharp Priority, so that's very nice for me. Gliscor is a bulky ground type, and stops me from clicking Volt Switch with my Volt Turn course, so that's very unfortunate. However, it does not like some of my mons. Specifically, I think this thing is very pressured this match because it's going to want to switch in on Coco, Zygarde, on my Snorlax, my Bisharp, my Scyther, my little Marowak. It's just a huge switch into just about everything on his team, which is why I'm really confident he's gonna bring the Mega Altaria. So these first five, I'm very, very much expecting, because Mega Altaria gets him to switch into Tapu Koko that isn't Gliscor, so that he can pressure use his Gliscor as a more of a physically defensive mon against stuff like a Laurel Marowak and the likes. Real quick, my music is dying. Okay. Wow, what did I pull up? Let's get rid of that. Anyway, so Mega Altaria I definitely expect to come because it actually can set up and sweep my entire team if it really wants to. I just have to, depends on what my certain mons are, what certain of my sets, what some of my sets are. It can definitely switch into Tapu Koko, however, I can carry the Dazzling Gleam for it, so maybe he won't have to use it. He can also use something like an Assault Vest, Xurkitree, his Tangela, etc. He has a couple mons that can switch in on my Tapu Koko, and I very much expect him to bring one so he can stop, Gliscor from going down early and just becoming weaker to stuff. He has a Melodic. I hate facing Melodic because they always bring Flame War versus me, and I never act upon it. But I'm going to act upon it this time. I'm ready. I have Toxic, and I'm going to hopefully be able to handle it. So anyway, Milotic is a very bulky water type. It is one of the best in the format, in my opinion. Not the best, but one of the best. It's definitely one of the best tier 2s. Without a doubt, coming to immediate thought, I can't think of a tier 2 water type that I really like more than Milotic. Milotic just allows great mixed defensive bulk. It has good speed, so it can outspeed some of the slower wall breakers, stuff like Conkeldurr. You can outspeed. The crazy wall breakers killed everything. You can outspeed with Milotic. Milotic can afford to run enough speed for stuff like a Crawdaunt or something, etc., etc. Very good mon. Crobat, very fast, good at taunting, good at defogging, good at U-turning, good at clicking flying type moves. He has a Stack Attacker, Trick Room Setter, Trick Room Sweeper. Of course, has the strongest Gyro Ball in the game, ridiculously strong. Can also set up Stealth Rocks and is one of his Z-Mon users. He also has a Hitmonchan, which is a good Rapid Spinner. However, well, it's a decent Rapid Spinner. However, I don't really expect it to come because I kind of feel like Crobat could be a better defogger in my opinion. That or the Mega Altaria. Even the Gliscor could do better. So, that's kind of what I'm expecting there. He has a Xurkitree. Very, very, very scared of this Xurkitree, as Xurkitree can just start barreling through my entire team once it gets going. So, I had to watch out for that, especially since it's a Z. Z Hypnosis is very, very scary. I have to bring certain mons to stop it from being able to just completely tear through my team. And I very much built my team a lot around being able to stop the circuitry. So, I hit a Tangela. Tangela is one of those mons that can switch into Tapu Koko to an extent, and I'm very, not really confident, but I do think it has a chance to show up. And then finally, he has Rapidash. He has one more Pokemon. Why is it not showing up? Oh, because he has two more Pokemon, right? Right. Edit scene. Whoopsie. Oh, we got last week. We only faced 11 months. He has a Rapidash, and I'm going to go over both of them. Bufalons, both are physically offensive mons that are very low tier. However, we picked them up because he had the points. Both can do a lot of work to my team if he decides to bring them and decides to support them right. However, I'm not too scared overall in general for them. Anyway, now I spent way too much time on his team. Let's jump into mine. So if you don't remember, we have the Solgaleo, Tapu Koko, Zygarde 50%. We have Alolan Raichu, we have Hawlucha, we have Snorlax, we have Mega Blastoise, Serena, we have Weezing, we have Alolan Marowak, we have Scyther, and we have a Bisharp. So the first one I decided to bring in this team was going to be my Zygarde 50%. I knew I wanted to bring Zygarde, as the only thing he really had to stop it was Tangela and the Gliscor, neither of which are really, really good stops to it. So bringing this was definitely an easy idea. However, creating the set was very, very hard. I had to throw around a lot of different sets, and it ended up coming with this one. So like I said, I wanted a team that did not lose to Circuitry, like, immediately. So I have Sleep Talk on this, and I have 3 moves, 1,000 Arrows, 1,000 Waves, and Outrage. I originally had Extreme Speed and Toxic over 1,000 Waves and Sleep Talk. However, I became aware as I was building a team that Z Hypnosis Circuitry could easily just plow through my team if it brought the right coverage and got the right damage off on the right mons. So I didn't want that, especially if it was Steel Glow. So I wanted something that could switch in on what I could think was a Z Hypnosis Circuitry and be able to just nuke it back, be able to hit it hard back and just stop the sweep. And that's where Zygarde comes in. With 164 defense, I take an HP Ice from that thing, guaranteed. I believe unless it's modest specs, maybe? I don't know. And so basically I can switch on as he goes for Z Hypnosis. If he goes for Tail Glow, if he goes for Hidden Power Ice, no matter what, I'm going to take it. And Sleep Talk will get one of 3 moves, all 3 of which will kill a max HP Circuitry. So that's beautiful. I have enough speed, I believe, on there to outspeed said Circuitry. That's the only thing I'm really scared of. I'm not scared of a max speed Gliscor. I'm not scared of anything else, because anything else could run faster than me, or I'm going to be faster than with this speed. So that's very, very nice here. So Zygarde can really pressure through his team, potentially break through depending on what he brings, and I'm very excited for it. Next, I really wanted Koko. I really, really wanted Koko. Calm Mind Koko really just tore through him. The only things, like I said, he has to switch into Koko. Don't like his team doesn't like Volpe, basically. The only mod that is able to switch in on top of Koko's Thunderbolt is going to be Circuitry, Gliscor, Mega Altaria, and Tangela. 3 of which I hit super effectively with Power Ice, and 1 I would just have to get off damage in general. So Calm Mind Koko. Calm Mind Koko also beats Circuitry most of the time, unless it's Z Hypnosis and it puts me to sleep. I also have the Electri MZ on there so I can fire off one really big nuke against something should I need the opportunity. And I have Roost. This also lets me switch in on Melodic decently well, unless it has Toxic. It lets me switch in on some of his weaker mod. Tangela isn't going to be doing too much to me unless it has Earthquake and Leech Seed. If it's just like Giga Drain, special attacks, I can potentially beat it 1v1. Hitmonchan I can switch in on kind of well. I can take a hit generally just from a lot of his mons. Not repeatedly, but I can take like a hit from like the Mega Altaria. I can take a hit that's not Bandit, I believe, from the Weavile, etc., etc. And I'm faster than said Weavile. So these 2 mons I really like as just breaking down his team and hopefully allowing my obvious sweeper to sweep late game. So I have Snorlax, Pursuit, Earthquake, Ice Punch, and Crunch. I wanted something to switch in on Necrozma. This switches in on Necrozma. Otherwise, I lose to it. And that's all it's really here for, is to switch in on Psychic Ghost Stab from the Necrozma and be able to Crunch it or Pursuit Trap it. I QA KO it no matter what, and any damage off on it is good because I do have these 2 mons that can outspeed it. So, no. Yes? Yes. Oh yeah, these 2 mons outspeed it. So that's very nice. Thanks for dying again, music. Anyway, I hope you all like that. So, moving on. I believe that just flashed on screen. You'll see the battery in a second. Next one I'm bringing is Alolan Marowak. He has a Circuitry. I'm bringing Alolan Marowak with Lightning Rod. I have Thick Club. And I have Boomerang with 12 attack UVs, which is going to guarantee the kill on Xurkitree. I have Stealth Rock, I have Low Kick, and I have Shadow Bone. Low Kick and Shadow Bone are just great coverage. Low Kick hits the Weavile, which I can also take 1 hit from, I believe, except for, like, I can take a hit, some kind of hit. I think it's non-life or knockoff, maybe, from the Weavile. But it's there for the Weavile. It's also there for the Stack Attacker. It's also there, that's it, for Bouffalant. And then I have Shadow Bone just as general hitting stuff hard. I have Stealth Rocks to pressure his team, to will it down, and make Zygarde and Coco's job a lot easier. Not a lot to say here, just a lot of special defense to take on the Xurkitree. Then Brain of Girl, Sword Stance, Iron Head, Acrobatics, and Drain Punch, Adamant Nature, Max Attack, 156 HP, and then 100 in the speed. I believe that is going to be the same speed as... No, it's going to be a little bit faster than the Zygarde. At +2, I believe that allows me to outspeed a Scarf Crobat. I also outspeed a +2 Xurkitree, which is very nice. So, Hawlucha, I mean, it's Hawlucha. I don't really need to say too much. I feel Iron Head is there for the Mega Altaria, Drain Punch is there to stay healthy, and then Acrobatics is there as a strong flying stab. One that weaken a few things, this can just clean up late game, but I have to break down his team first. Oh, my music died again, but I'm going to exit out because I'm going to be getting into the battle, which has music anyway. So, last mon is going to be my Mega Blastoise. This is my dedicated Weavile. Switch in, it's Toxic, Dark Pulse, Scald, and Rapid Spin. Toxic is very nice because I can talk to the Milotic, and if it's Flame Orb, it's not going to get it activated, and he's just going to get riddled down really fast. I can be able to just destroy a scene with this. So, yay! Yeah! Let's get into the game, shall we? So, he is going to be bringing... Hopefully that shows up now. Hold on. What's going on? Ah, there we go. I didn't have it clicked. He is going to be bringing the Necrozma Wings, the Weavile, the Milotic, the Xurkitree, the Gliscor, and the Hitmonchan in this game. Let's dive right in as I talk about my lead, shall we? So, for my lead, I definitely, looking at his team, thought that Mega Blastoise was my best possible lead, as it basically can take on generally everything. Like, nothing really scares it out. Like, maybe the Necrozma, but I also can Dark Pulse that. And if he leads with the Xurkitree, then I can switch out to one of my ways to handle that. So he's going to lead with the Necrozma as I lead with my Mega Blastoise. And I'm very scared of this thing attacking me. And I'm almost clicked Toxic. I almost made the call that I knew I was supposed to make. I almost did the smart thing and Toxic this Milotic. But I don't know what I was doing because I knew for a fact that he was going to Milotic. I knew Toxic in this Milotic won me the game, basically. From turn 2, like or turn 1, I feel like I could easily win the game if I Toxic this Milotic, but I didn't. I Dark Pulse. And its Flame Wars is going to get activated and it's become a very big pain. However, that's not the end of the world. I still have my Coco, which destroys him. No Mega Altaria, no Tangela. I still have my Coco, which breaks. It's just a little bit more annoying, but we'll get over it. So I'm going to go into said Coco now and start pressuring him. I think he's going to be more physically defensive Gliscor. And he's going to go for Toxic here, which is very, very, very annoying. I was very much expecting not Toxic, to be honest. However, Toxic makes a lot of sense, and I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. But we still are in with my Coco, and my Coco now can do a lot of damage. And specifically, I want to go for Calm Mind here, because if he goes out to Gliscor, I get to see whether or not he thinks that this Gliscor is going to eat this HP Ice by whether or not he stays in or whatever, what he does. I want to see what he's going to do versus a potentially +1 Life Orb Coco. So I'm going to Calm Mind up, and then I'm going to scout for what he is going to do. If he's going to run the go immediately for Earthquake, which will tell me he's specially defensive, which means my physically offensive monsters tear through him, especially Hawlucha, because he does not bring... well, he has Flame War Milotic, but that's already at like 65%. So he's going to go for Protect. I'm going to try and get a whole bunch of damage off on this thing with Hidden Power Ice, as this Protect is going to stall me out a little bit and weaken me, which is very, very annoying. And now that I know he has Protect, he knows I'm Hidden Power Ice, I'm going to switch out because at this point, I kind of feel like he knows that he'll live this Hidden Power Ice. It's a roll unless he's very specially defensive, and he's just going to go hard for the Earthquake. Get ready for the theme of this battle. You ready? So he gets a crit. So unlucky, some bad luck in my favor. I feel like I definitely should have Hidden Power Ice there and just won with my Zygarde late game. However, this is perfectly fine. I can go ahead and start weakening this thing. If I flinch my Milotic a few times, it's going to be very easy to wear that thing down. However, at this point, I was not feeling too hot because I knew that this thing was going to be annoying with Protect. I knew that my Milotic with Flame Orb activated was going to be very annoying, and that basically breaking through this team which is going to be the hardest thing for me because his offense gets destroyed by mine. So once I weaken his stally little core, I'll be perfectly okay. So here, I believe I'm going to go out into the Tapu Koko, which is... Or no, I'm going to go ahead and Dark Pulse. I want to chip this thing down. If I get a flinch at the right time, I can pressure him a lot and maybe kill off this Milotic. And killing off Milotic or keeping it low is very, very nice for me. So he's actually going to get the recover off, which is very bad. And the next little bit is just going to be a lot of back and forth in my humble opinion. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So this is basically just like some Dark Pulse versus Recover war for a little bit as, oh, this is not the time. So I switch out. Switch out now. I think I'm going to go into Koko because I know he's going to go for, I'm positive he's going to go for Recover here. As he just goes for Scald instead. So, I'm going to warn you. Prepare for salt and bad plays. So here, because I'm Calm Mind, he knows I'm Hidden Power Electric, or Hidden Power Ice, and he knows I'm Thunderbolt. However, this Milotic actually does eat one Thunderbolt, and at this point I'm thinking that he might just stay in, predicting me to go for Hidden Power Ice. So I'm going to fire off the Electric MZ. I'm going to die anyway. I'm going to try and use my Hawlucha to break through this quick core and just clean up with my Zygarde. Because I feel like that's all I really need to do. Once I just break down this core, get it weakened, I'll be perfectly okay in this battle. So I'm going to go for the Electric MZ, and we're going to see him actually go out into the Hitmonchan, which is perfectly fine. That's just one Mon out of the way. It's just one Mon that won't be an issue later. So Gigavolt Havoc can come off, and this is a Hitmonchan, and this is a Tapu Koko. That is gone. That is a dead Hitmonchan. So here I believe I'm going to go into the Hawlucha. At this point, I'm predicting two things. I actually live on Toxic, which is very nice, which is unfortunate, actually, because it doesn't give me an immediate switch into Hawlucha. But I'm going to save this because I can set up Electric Terrain later. I'm going to go into Hive. At this point, I'm predicting this thing to have Stealth Rocks or Roost. Stealth Rocks or Defog. Stealth Rocks or Defog, Roost, Protect, and then Earthquake. However, he's going to reveal to me that he's Protect, Earthquake, and Ice Fang. This also tells me that he has a good chance to live the second Outrage, which is fine, because all I really wanted was damage off on this thing to really weaken it, because once this thing is low, I'm good. My Hawlucha can win. My Hawlucha can do stuff, but he freezes me. Remember this. Remember the fact that he could have been at 25% as he goes for Ice Fang. He's going to kill off my Zygarde. So I'm going to go out, and the only thing left that I have that can beat this Gliscor immediately, that can immediately pressure this Gliscor, which is my Mega Blastoise. I'm going to go into Dressy. Dress to the nines. Call me fit. Blastoise fresh. Call me Scalding. He's going to immediately switch out into the Milotic. I go for Scald. If he stays in, I want the damage at this point. So I'm going to go for Scald. I'm going to get a little bit of damage off on this thing. It's going to go to that. And now I'm going to speed it up because this is going to be fun. I get a crit, which does not matter in the slightest, because I have to flinch him a bunch of times just to be able to get anything off. So this is really just a back and forth. So I'm going to talk about my game plan. In my head, I'm very, like, I'm going to lose. Like, I can't break his team anymore. However, I'm kind of like, if I flinch him, I'll be okay. If I flinch him down, if I flinch him like that, if I flinch him one more time, I might be able to kill this Milotic and win. Because it's really hard for me to beat both Milotic and Gliscor with my Hawlucha at +2, because they're both going to end up being really healthy throughout the game. If I can kill one, or get one really low, it's fine. It's going to die. So, my goal is hopefully be able to flinch this, and if not, I'm going to try to get my Hawlucha in and just try and break it and try and use my 3 defensive pivots to be able to beat the rest of his team. Because if I play really well, my 3 defensive pivots can, in theory, beat his team. I have a Mega Blastoise, which is healthy enough to take on Weavile. I have my Snorlax plus my Alolan Marowak for the circuitry, his Gliscor and Milotic. I can handle with my Mega Blastoise or whatever I choose to use. If this Milotic goes down, then Gliscor is not a problem. His Necrozma Wings I can take a hit from with my I can't remember what I was going to say. I can take a hit with my, Snorlax and weaken it. To KO it, unless it's like a common life orb. So I'm going to go to my Tapu Koko here. I'm finally, like, had enough. I'm going to Tapu Koko, because I've been running calcs. And here's the thing that I know. I also know he's going for Toxic here, because it's the... I know he's going for Toxic, and I know I'm not going to get the flinch again. I've gotten too many flinches. I'm going to go to my Hawlucha, because I know that if I SD up, Drain Punch will give me back enough HP that I might be able to live 2 Scalds. So I'm going to go to Hawlucha. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it because his Gliscor is at a decently low health. I'm going to Swords Dance. Gotta know that Drain Punch and Acrobatics might be able to 2KO it. I might be able to get enough HP back. He's going to go for Ice Beam, which I didn't think he had. I thought he'd have Haze. So I'm going to go for Acrobatics and just hope and pray that I get the roll. No, I don't get the roll. Because I know it's like a mixed defensive Milotic. He's going to Scald me, then kill me. But I awaken the Milotic. I said if I can get rid of this damned Milotic, then we might be able to do this. But Necrozma is such an annoying mon. Like, I can kind of handle the Weavile if I play it right. Xurkitree I can kind of handle if I play right, but I can't handle this Necrozma. He goes into Optimum, which is going to be his Xurkitree. I'm down 3-4, and he's going to double, which is very interesting in my opinion, to Stella Luna. I'm on the back foot, I'm not doing too hot, guys. So this Necrozma. He is not. If I'm Curselax, if I'm a specially defensive Curselax and he's not a Life Orb or Calm Mind Necrozma, my Lax can win. Curse, Return, Crunch, Recycle. I can win. This Necrozma, on God, I even stated in the battle, on God is not going for Moongeist Beam. He goes for Toxic. I knew he wasn't going for Moongeist Beam. There's no way he can. He can't afford to. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to go for Shadow Bone. And I knock out the Necrozma. And things immediately started looking up. I'm like, I got this. He can go into Weavile if he wants. My Blastoise handles that. My Blastoise has a physically defensive Blastoise. And unless this thing is banded, is not taking jack from a knockoff. I'm going to go out into said Blastoise. I know what this thing is. It's Icicle Crash, it's Ice Shard, it's Knockoff, it's Low Kick. What else would you run versus my team? He's going to go for Knockoff. That is a Life Orb. Weavile. My best play is Scald. It does a lot of damage to this. If it goes into anything else, it might die. Remember when I said, remember that outrage damage? Remember when I said that? If I got that outrage damage off right now, that would die, and he would not be able to get another Earthquake off on me. This Earthquake that he's going to go for, combined with the Earthquake crit he got earlier, combined with the knockoff from Life Orb Weavile, is going to put me in range of another knockoff from the Weavile, and makes me the saltiest player in the League format. But I'm going to kill this Gliscor. And that's fine. I killed Gliscor Milotic. I'm happy. I finally killed that damn Decor. He's going to go into this. That's fine. I really regret my Snorlax set. Because I thought I'd be able to handle this Weavile with a lot of my other Mons. And if I brought a Fighting type move on my Snorlax, things might go differently in the last couple clearings. I go out to this. And I click Earthquake, because Earthquake is my strongest move against this Weavile. I need a crit. He doesn't know that I don't have a Fighting type move. He's going to go out to his Xurkitree. I look like a legend clicking Earthquake, even though that's the best move I can go for. And I'm going to get a lot of damage off on this thing. Now, I didn't know what was going on at this point. I had no idea what Brendan was doing. I thought he was throwing away Mons, because this man goes for a Rain Dance with the Xurkitree. So, he goes for Rain Dance. Logic. And, I'm like, okay, all that's left is Weavile. Weavile kills my, My Marrow Rock in one hit, because of Life Orb. If this man does not have low kick on his Weavile, which he might not, like I said, those are the only 4 moves you'd run. Moves you run. He could have Swords Dance. He could have Poison Jab for Coco. He could have Pursuit. He could have a lot of things. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out here. And try and give as much damage off on this thing as possible. As he goes for low kick. If I was a physically defensive, more of a bulky, physically Snorlax, I might have just like pivoted around to try and get Life Orb damage off on this thing. But whatever. So, he reveals low kick in a really back spot. If I crit this thing right now, if all the revenge finally comes back on him, your Friendly Soul Dude come out 2-0. You're going to go for the low kick. He's going to take this Life Orb recoil, and that's going to put him down to that much HP. If I crit this Earthquake, he wins. And you know what? Oh God, we don't crit that Earthquake. So we're going to lose our game. I had no idea what the hell was going on in this battle, because things just started dropping after I lost all my offense, and I don't know why. I have no idea why everything just started to die after my offense went away. He had 5 Mons left. Somehow I killed my Lodic, and then he sacked this, and then he sacked this, and then he sacked this, and I was very confused. He later told me that his Necrozma was the wrong set, and he was ally switch, of all things. So, things didn't go as planned. However, he definitely deserves that game for playing very well and prepping very well. So, that is that. That is week 2 of the WPA in 3 hours. But in next week, we are going against the Colorado Mammothorn and Neon Zero. We are 1-1, but that is perfectly okay because we will bounce back and we will make it to playoffs. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.